Thank you, Helen, for taking the time to answer some questions about your role as a research midwife and also about the clinical research we do. Can you start by telling us about your role as a research midwife within the OCEL group?
Sure, yeah. My role as a research midwife involves studying how breastfeeding mothers produce milk for their babies. I'm involved in the whole process of clinical research, from designing the study through to recruiting women and collecting blood and breast milk samples. Currently, I'm working on a study called Nectar. This involves collecting breast milk from healthy women so that we can use these samples to develop assays for measuring hormones in breast milk.
Brilliant, thank you. And why are clinical studies so important in the study of lactation? Well,
surprisingly little is known about the study of lactation in humans. Most of the research that has been undertaken in other species, ranging from mice to dairy cattle. So studying how milk is made by the human mammary gland will help us to understand why some women have problems with lactation and either produce too much or too little milk. Ultimately, we hope that this research can help doctors and lactation consultants direct their care in the most appropriate way.
Brilliant, thank you. And what are the challenges with performing these studies in women just after birth?
Well, childbirth and the time preceding childbirth is a really special and protected time for women and their families. We need to take care to minimise the disruption and inconvenience to the participants. Also, women may have the desire to participate in research prior to childbirth, but actually afterwards feel a little differently. This is completely understandable, as many things can happen during this time to affect both maternal and infant health and well-being. It's just something that we need to consider in our study planning.